What is up, Division 2 agents? This is Gamer for Life back with another Division 2 build video. Now, this build is just not fair in PVE. I know I sound like a broken record when I say I really enjoyed running this build, but this build has earned a permanent spot in my loadouts. So let me just show you what I've put together. Now we have 3 pieces of Empress, 2 pieces of the Brazil set, and the Memento backpack. And yes, this is the first time I've actually ever put a Memento backpack on a skill build, but this isn't just a skill build. What I wanted to do with this build, because when I do hybrid builds, it's all about skill damage, weapon damage, and survivability. Sometimes that's with armor regen, sometimes that's with a healing skill where we're healing ourselves, keeping ourselves alive. This one, what I wanted it to be was a gun that hits like it's an all red build while still having tier 6 skills, which I do have tier 6 skills. And if you see, this capacitor hits for 127.2k damage. So let me just go ahead and switch to my raid build and show you an all red raid build. If you look at my capacitor, the exact same damage, 127.2k. So this gun is hitting like it's an all red build. Now let me switch back. All right, so while we're talking about the gun, we might as well just go over what we have here. So our expertise is plus 16% weapon damage, road max assault damage, damage to armor and health damage. And the talent, shooting enemies builds stacks to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage after 5 seconds. Stacks decay 1 per second. So we're gonna get 60% extra skill damage from this gun. But on top of that, for damage, you can see on the bottom there, for each skill tier, gain 7.5% weapon damage. So that's how we're getting our gun to hit like it's an all red build with our skill tiers. Plus we have 3 pieces that have 15% weapon damage on it. So let's just go ahead and quickly go over these pieces. So 3-piece Empress branch set bonuses gives us plus 10% skill health, skill damage, and skill efficiency. So I've made a video going over skill efficiency, but skill efficiency is basically every skill attribute in the game. So that's skill health, skill damage, skill haste, skill duration, all of that is skill efficiency. That's why running 3-piece Empress is so important, because I see so many people wearing 2 pieces because they just don't understand what skill efficiency is. So you definitely want to make sure and have that 3rd piece on when you're running a skill build. And the attributes is skill haste, skill damage with a max skill haste mod, a chest piece, skill damage, skill haste with a max skill haste mod, kinetic momentum. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill, lost when on cooldown. So we will be getting an extra 15% skill damage from this as well. Then our 2 pieces of the Brazil set, the branch set bonuses gives us plus 10% skill haste and plus 1 skill tier. This one is road max armor, max skill damage, and 15% weapon damage. This is the named Bacaro's holster, and that's how we get that 15% weapon damage on this piece. Knee pads, road with max skill haste and skill damage. And as you can see on these pieces, the only piece that has expertise armor on it is the Memento. So you could actually get that 1.1 to at least 1.2 million if you get your expertise armor up on all these pieces. Then our Brazil's glove, max weapon damage, skill damage, and armor regen. Now, this is the only blemish on this build because I'd rather that armor regen be skill haste, but this is the best that I could find. Then, of course, the old reliable Memento backpack. It was just too good to pass up. When I say it's hard to get away from the Memento, it's hard to get away from the Memento, especially with this build, because it's given us an opportunity not only to be a skill damage build and a weapon damage build, but it's allowing us to do a little bit of run and gunning as well, because when you start clearing a room and you see all those trophies on the ground, you start running and collecting those trophies, getting all that bonus armor, it allows you to run and gun there for a little bit. And one thing that you'll notice in the gameplay is a lot of times I'm running to pick up all the trophies while my skills are doing the work. By the time I'm done picking the trophies up, I turn around to start shooting and my skills have already killed everybody in the rim. So this build is just crazy good in PVE, and you'll see in that gameplay. But anyway, the Memento backpack, we all know what it does. We get all 3 core attributes: max weapon damage, max armor with the skill tier, plus 14% on the expertise armor with a max skill haste mod. Talents kill confirmed. Enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provides both a short and long-term buff, the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. Plus 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency. For every trophy collected, gain an additional 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regen for 300 seconds. Maximum is 30 stacks. And most of the time we're picking up trophies. So when you get down to it, this backpack is giving us 50% skill damage, basically 50% every skill attribute in the game: skill damage, haste, skill duration. That's all helping our skills out. And of course it's giving us 20% bonus armor every time we pick up a trophy, and an additional 10% weapon damage on top of the 30%. So when I say this build is stupid good in PvE, again, you'll see in the gameplay, this is probably my favorite build for PvE. You should have absolutely no problem if you're playing heroic or any difficulty under. Oh my goodness, if you're playing challenging or below, trust me, this is one where I would really recommend putting together, because this thing is no joke. Go over the skills real fast. We have the striker drone, tier 6, plus 120% striker damage, plus 420% health. In the expertise, I have plus 13% striker damage. And the mods, 7.2% duration, 9.7 health, and 4.9 damage. Then we have the assault turret, tier 6, 120 damage, 420 health. With the expertise added, plus 10% damage, mods 5% damage, 7.5% duration, and 6.3% duration. So we've gone over the pieces, gone over the capacitor. Honestly, I'm not even going to go over these 2 guns because we don't need them. We don't use them at all. There's no reason to use them. The stats, I mean, this is not a crit build, so it's not going to be much. 20% crit chance, 75 crit damage, 75 headshot damage, 12% armor damage, and 10% health damage. And all of that armor damage, health damage, that's all multiplicative damage. So that's that. Go ahead and look at the specialization. It's a technician. Gives us plus 1 skill tier. Plus 12% damage to drone skill proxies in robotics. Armor kit also applies to all friendly skill proxies within 10 meters. The Artificer Hive, which we're not using. Then we have party members within 5 meters of you deployed and undisrupted skills are immune to shock and disruption. Gain 15% bonus armor while aiming a skill, and plus 50% pulse resistance. And then on top of that, this gives us plus 10% skill damage. So that's beautiful, giving us another skill tier, giving us more damage for our skills. So that is the build. I've got some gameplay coming up. Yeah, I did run Jefferson Trade Center, and I mean, I just fly through that. And there is a point to where I was thinking I was gonna have it really tested with rogue agents, because in one of the rooms, he does say that rogue agents are detected, and when I go to the next area, it actually gives me the rogue music and everything, but no rogues ever show up. It's just a regular mission, so I don't know what was up with that. So don't get your hopes up when you hear rogue agent detected and I go to the next room and you hear the music come out, but unfortunately no rogues came out. It would have been nice to test it against the rogue agents, but you know, it is what it is. Again, I would highly recommend you put this build together. And I mean, you could even change it if you want more damage for your gun. You can even change this to something else, but I just went with the more damage for my skills, and it worked out fine. Yeah, that's all I've got. Hope everyone is doing great. staying safe out there. Want to thank you guys again for checking out the videos, showing the brothers some love. Been getting some, new subs on the channel, new followers on Twitter. So yeah, if you haven't liked or subscribed and you find any value in my videos, if you don't mind, leave a like, subscribe. All of that helps the channel out. Get these videos out to you guys. We're all here just to make each other better. Like I say, if you attempt to run any of the builds that I put out, because all of these builds are just templates to give you guys ideas to tweak it into your own playstyle. And if you do, I always say leave a comment, let us know how you're running it. Always love to hear different ways that that everyone runs their builds. And yeah, you guys don't have to worry about any negativity. This is a toxic free environment. So yeah, definitely let us know what you're doing. Anyway, that's all I've got. Gameplay coming up. And as always, my friends on YouTube, take it easy.
Has the location. Espinosa's last known position. The shade node should be close. Continue your sweep of the complex.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Hello? Is this the division? Looking for someone?
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
Friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. Want to talk to him? If you want him back, we can make a deal. You back off, we'll deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
They are stupid. Find that hanging piece of shit and waste her.
Agent detected. Agent vital signs 0.
He didn't have to die here. nothing you could have done for Espinosa. That fucking hyena was toying with us. I hope she suffered a bit before you finished her off. Anyway, thanks to you, we're an important step closer to getting the Shade Network back.